everybody, it's Big Al with some more content for Lord of the Rings Rise to War. Today I am going to be talking about Thorin. I have been very reluctant about Thorin for a very long time. They changed him around a lot and I just wasn't sure on the results people would get. But thanks to a couple people, BeerBuffalo, BeerBuffalo, MythicDreamer, and Durin the Deathless. They have done quite a bit of testing with Thorin, and I've been working with BeerBuffalo to come up with a video for Thorin. So I'm going to talk about him, and he does look like he can be a very viable option for people. So let me pull up Thorin and we'll start there. My Thorin is low respect, so he is somebody that I won't use. Where did he go? I'm sure you guys saw him. Yep, there he is. And we're thinking, oh, I passed him up. Okay, let's talk about his skills. I am going to talk about his most important skill first. The bold. And as we're going to see with his stats, he is a troop buff commander. So, with the bold, when units in the commander's formation and one allied formation units are struck by normal attacks, it deals an additional 70% physical damage once to one enemy formation, and it stacks up to 10 times. Then you get some unit attack and unit defense as it levels. Well, that being said, you're talking an extra 700% physical damage. That's kind of crazy, because if you think about going up against commanders like Shadow that give dual blows, or what other commanders give dual blows? Elrond has dual blows, I believe, and there's a few others. So when the units get hit by normal attacks, so you could technically be at 700% physical damage in round 4. Who knows, maybe even round 3 if the stars aligned right. So that's a crazy amount of damage. So next we are going to talk about Oakenshield. So this is his damage dealing skill, and it deals up to 400% physical damage. Level 5, target's next instance of damage received minus 10%, and level 10 is damage received by 2 allied formations minus 3%. And this effect can stack and last until the end of battle. So, if you think about it, that's kind of like a White Council in reverse. So, that's kind of a cool little thing right there. And next we would go to Revivalist. This is his physical damage, another physical damage dealing skill. Physical damage up to 300% physical damage once to one formation unit. Level 5, 15% chance to inflict stun on the target for 1 round. To me, he's a mythic commander. That should be a 30% chance to inflict stun, not 15. And then it also restores 70% hit points to the commander's formation unit. Last we have King of the Durin's Folk. Damage dealt by small units in 3 allied formations. This damage increases effect is modified by command stat. So I know I said he is a troop buff commander. I guess that's not entirely true. He is more of just a physical damage dealer, because I misunderstood when I was looking at it, because bold is the most important. So the way that he has it set up, that they have it set up, is at respect level 5, and at level 50, okay, you would put 10 points into the bold. And that doesn't matter what level you are. That gets maxed out first. And then you could do 10 points in Oakenshield and 5 points in Revivalist. That is one way to build him. The other way to build him, which I'm not sure how much testing they did each way, but the other way would be 10 points in the Bold, 5 points in Oakenshield, 5 points in Revivalist, and 5 points in Kings of Durin's Folk. To me, that seems like the more logical build for him, because again, you're getting all of this extra from the Bold. I'm still lost, but their results and what they say, it lines up. So let's go to gear. With gear, you're looking for high command and unit attack would be the primary focus. So let's go to, I'm going to go into the Matham chest, because that way I can point out the different things. So you want high command items. You could make him hybrid, as where he has some unit defense and some unit attack. Okay. Well, if you're going defense, you're looking at the Reckoning. If you want to go more of a hybrid, you got the Elven White Knife, you got the Lang. So pretty much those three items is what you're primarily looking for. Oh, I forgot the Gigantic Hammer. I'm sorry. I know some people will probably yell at me for that one. But I would think the Elven White Knife would be better, actually, than the Gigantic Hammer, because the Gigantic Hammer gives a little bit more unit attack, but you also want some unit defense on this build, and you're not sacrificing much. So, for next is armor on the lineup. This one's a little bit more tricky, because you're looking at Durin's Plate would probably, in my thoughts, be the best, because you're looking at a little bit more defense than attack, but you're still getting both. I mean, the Elf Hawbuck is just like the Gigantic Hammer. It's just one side of the spectrum. You're getting almost all unit defense. Let's see, accessories. This is another one. Right here, you have the Defender of the Mountain. You get the unit defense. You get Airwars Pride. You get unit defense. What else? The Harp. The Harp would probably be the way to go, because you're getting defense with some unit attack. This one. Belt of the Citadel probably would even work, because you're at least getting some commander attack and then unit and unit attack and unit defense. So there are many ways to go. I mean, then you're looking at the helmet. You got the War Helm, which is unit attack, unit defense. You got the Submerge, but that's all the way on unit defense. You got the High Elf's Helm, which actually probably would be good, because you're getting a little bit of initiative. You're getting the unit attack, unit defense. So the first round, you might act before the units get some of their damage, normal attacks dealt to them. But in round 2, this would help them to act before those other, say, damage dealers, because generally the damage dealers are going to be the slow ones, would help to act before the damage dealers, so that increase in damage from the bold will help kill off some of the enemy troops. So, my opinion, the High Elf helmet. You got the Herod Cask as well for defense. You got the Hunter's Guide, that's all the way unit attack. I think for the helmet, definitely I would go with the High Elf helmet. That's just my opinion, though. And then purple, again, you're looking for the command, and you're looking for unit attack or unit defense. I mean, you have the Mirkwood bow that has the unit attack and command. You have the Cutlass that has command and unit defense. You have the Broadsword that has a little bit of both, and it has command. Next is armor. Let's see here. You got the Goblin armor that has the unit attack, or you got the Hawk that has the unit defense. Accessories. Let's see here. You got the unit defense with the Moria, Drums of Moria. You have, let's see, that one was, okay, that's a little bit of commander attack. The most commander attack is the Firework. Next on the helmet, you're looking at a Trapper's Plate for unit attack, a Horseman's Helm for the unit defense, or the Arnor Cask that has a little bit of both. So, I know that was a little bit different, but now let me go to, I'm going to switch over to Discord so I can show you some of the reports. Okay, I am back with the Discord. So, as he recommends, he likes running him with a Gil inside the Gil formation, because you're going to get the elf units. They're going to Gil's going to boost unit defense and unit attack for you. Heralds are a great troop. They have 20% counterattack damage. March Wardens and Nordor will pump out high damage, but you still prefer to have the Swans on Gil. And it also depends on your resources. So, I'm going to show you his formation that he runs. He runs Gil, as you can see. He definitely has a lot higher account than a lot of people do. And here's his Thorin. See, he went with the Elven White Knight knife, the Hunter's Guide, the Durin's Plate, and the Harp. So, yeah, he went with the White Knight knife and the Durin's Plate, which two of the ones that I recommended. And then he's got Might and Warcry sets on there, and that might just be because that's what he could make. One thing I'm going to throw out there, Perseverance. Perseverance might be a really good set effect, because it's going to stack throughout the fight, so you're going to get an extra 10% after a few rounds. Plus, he's getting the bold. And then you see Bjorn, and he's running with one classic thing. So here's one of his fights, and this is probably the worst fight that I've seen with him. Thorin only did 83,000 damage. On the rest of the fights that BeerBuffalo has shown, Thorin's getting at least 100k. So, let's take a look here. If you go into this report alone, look right here. That right there is showing that just the bold got 66.6k worth of damage. That's just outstanding. Here's another one where it got 45k just from the bold. Okay. So let's go up here and look at some more reports. See here, Thorin got 99k with the Heralds. 107k. Okay, he got an 80k there. 112k there. 100k there. 125k there. So that's it on those. So pretty much you're looking at 100k from Thorin, which is pretty nice for, you know, with the troop buff and everything like that. So he is definitely a viable option for people. A lot more so than I thought, because I was thinking he was only going to be getting 60 to 75k per fight. So Beer's showing that he can get a lot more. Obviously, BeerBuffalo has a lot higher gear, but he definitely shows what can be done. So, with that being said, I'm going to end the video there. Thank you again to MythicDreamer, Durin the Deathless, and BeerBuffalo for their input on Thorin. I know I'm not doing this Thorin much justice with my video, but it's what I got. So, as always, make the most out of what you got.